Hello and welcome to the GrapeSEED Official Podcast. On this episode of 10 Things, we welcome Jay, a coach in China. Welcome to the podcast, Jay.
Hi, Adam. Thanks for having me.
Excellent. We are very happy to have you. Let's start with the first question here. What is your favorite component and why?
All right. Actually, I am the person who badly cares about efficiency. So I would like to say I went to see my blah blah series fit all my needs. For example, I went to see my father. The song I went to
in
see
units
my
11 and up.
father.
Yeah.
I went to see my brother a lot, right? So those songs share quite the same lyrics and the melody. It saved a lot of time when I was preparing a new lesson.
Exactly. I'm a similar person. I also am big on efficiency. So I understand where you're coming from. It's a lot easier to prepare when you know what the songs are. So I went to see my series, or the Fuzzy Wuzzy Friends, the Icy Numbers in Unit 4 and 5. They're all kind of they're easier on the teachers.
Yes.
Excellent. Let's move to favorite unit and why.
All right. So my favorite unit is Unit 1 because when I was teaching Unit 1, it must be the time when you can meet a group of new faces, new students, right? So they're all in their best ages and willing to learn, to enjoy the class. So you can see it from their little eyes. But sometimes teacher may feel bored when teaching the Unit 1 always, right? So for me, I would like to take more efforts on knowing each other, just more than just delivering those components in early units. So I would like to say I like Unit 1. I like those new young kids.
That's really good advice because there are some teachers that every year have to teach Unit 1. And just like you mentioned, it might be difficult for those teachers if they have to teach every single year. Okay, how many times have I sang 10 Little Monkeys in class? Maybe this is the 1,000th time for me. So if you think like that, then yeah, you might have some motivation issues. But if you keep remembering that they're a new group of students, and like you mentioned, trying to get to know your students personally and build that connection with them and make that your priority, as opposed to focusing on how many times you've sang the same song over and over again, you'll be better set up for success.
Yep.
Great. Next up, what is a cool thing you've seen in the classroom recently?
All right. So recently, actually, I'm in the trip of visiting a school, and I saw some teachers were having a small show using the components from GrapeSEED at the end of the unit.
Okay.
Usually, the open house is held at the end of each unit, right? At the same time, it is the chance that students can tell their parents what they have been learned so far, and the small show could be the best way to reach the targets of both learning and entertaining. So kids love to play characteristics from GrapeSEED. For example, Johnny Bear. That is the most that is the best. That is the most interesting characteristics in the GrapeSEED class.
All the kids want to be Johnny Bear.
Yes, they love Johnny Bear the most. And for the view of their parents, they would also be happy. So they can see their children having fun in English, especially they can speak in English and interact with other students. That is very good, great.
I like that idea, getting the kids to be able to show off for their parents a little bit towards the end of a unit.
Yeah.
Excellent. What is your favorite extra time activity to get kids using language from the materials?
All right. Extra time activity. In my class, if I have extra time, I would like to play Teacher Says, the action activity.
Okay, from Unit 8 and 9, right?
Yeah, right. So it has so much fun and really needs attention. So you have to give the direction, and at the same time, you should say "Teacher says," and then they just need to follow your direction. If you don't say "Teacher says," they just need to stop and listen. So we always had fun in that game.
What were some of your favorite commands from that you used with your students?
All right, I would like to try the harder one, like fly very high or jump 100 times. I know they cannot jump 100 times, but they just want to try something difficult.
Especially if your students have a lot of energy that day, you can use it to kind of tire them out a little bit so they can refocus.
Yeah, of course.
Let's move to the portal here. So on the professional development section of the portal, what videos do you recommend most to teachers?
All right. We know we have a lot of videos there. So I recommend reading and writing training session.
Okay, the new one.
Yeah. I think that is very useful. And as you said, the session is it's kind of new, just updated recently. And it introduced the basic principle and the way when teaching reading and writing in higher units. I think at the same time, I would say we should check the videos regularly, since there might be something new that might change teachers' mind. So at the same time, I would like to reinforce that the writing and reading is kind of hard for teachers. So I recommend this kind of videos for them to learn how to teach reading and writing in higher units, especially.
Goodbye, my friends, goodbye. I'm sad to say goodbye. It was a good day, but now I will say goodbye, my friends, goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.